Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons on the channel. The Seregen campaign. What's going to happen next? I don't know. You don't know. They don't know. So let's find out. Welcome to session 43. Let's introduce our party. I'm going to introduce Belzian, even though he is here tonight. He's currently still walking, making his own journey separate from the campaign. Belzian is our half-elf monk. He's a half-elf, and he's a monk. He beats people up with his bare fists.
I'm Avidus, and I'm playing Roger Mays, the Wood Elf Assassin. He does not beat people up with his bare fists, as he does not have bare fists, but elf fists.
And I am Ulrich, who is having tons of fun audio trouble right there. Sorry about that. I am a human paladin who looks like a bear.
Barely with us in spirit is Yarvik, our halfling ranger. He unfortunately will not be able to make it tonight.
I'm a Zippo. I would like to tame a bear, which would be cool. Preferably a bear dragon. That would be awesome. And I'm a sorcerer who is very tempted to steal the gold, but will not because the giant, I think. Oh, wait, we haven't talked about that yet. Never mind. Spoiler alert, Zippo. That's what I am.
And this group is called the Barrier Breakers, right?
Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
dude, let's go.
I was gonna ask, do dragons usually have clothes? I mean, aren't they all a little bear, Zippo?
Yeah, but I'm talking, like, a bear dragon, the ones with no clothes, a bear dragon with no scales, a bear dragon that's a bear with dragon wings and a dragon face.
Look, don't mess with Seath. That's all I'm saying.
Here, I think we're dragging this bear's name through the mud here.
In any case, let's talk about last session. Gonna put the mic down. I'm just adjusting it. Sorry, everyone who's listening in headphones. Last time we had an encounter with a what's it called? Something horror, unspeakable horror. Which turned out to be two unspeakable horrors in a loving embrace. They dropped Yarvik, but he got better. We ended up puzzling for quite a bit on two doors. One door eluded Solve, and the group had to kind of navigate the maze again to try and figure things out. And the other one eluded Solve because they forgot to check the top of the door for a key.
It do be like that sometimes.
A third door was already destroyed thanks to a certain wall that had been placed there many centuries ago. And they are now in an area that is a little bit wider of a cavern, and they have found a giant, as Zippo described it. A giant who appears to be asleep. The hint from the parchment said to let him rest, but there is the tempting bit of treasure behind him. So that's where we have left it off. I'll leave it to you.
I'm with the parchment on this one. No way we can take something that big.
Yeah, I feel like I could, but we'd probably get really hurt.
Plus, he's probably not even asleep. I bet he's listening to us right now.
Right, so if you are listening, if he is listening to us, it's not a matter of whether we can or can't take him, it's that we would never do something like that. Right.
It's just that we know we can if we wanted to. We're just nice enough not to.
Always good that you pick up what I'm putting down there, Zippo.
Yeah,
Especially if it's shiny, he'll pick that up real quick.
I know. That's why all the treasure back there is killing him. He's like, I could have so much shiny in the bag.
We already have shiny. We don't need more shiny.
You always need more shiny.
How much can Zippo even carry?
So that's going in the bag. I'll fill the bag up, and so I can't get into the bag. But when I open the bag, it's just all gold up to the top, and I just lay on it.
Now that's a real dragon's mindset right there.
So let's sneak past him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's walk by, try not to wake him up. Definitely don't take any of the gold.
Abu, don't touch anything. So the cavern is about 100 feet across until you see the entrance north of you across the way. It's not flush with the wall to the left, and it's way not flush to the wall to the right, which is where the giant is. He's probably between 60 and 80 feet away in the center of the cavern end. So, like, picture it kind of like a bubble letter T, where you and the exit on the other side are kind of the cross section of the T, and the cavern extends out from that T in a very fat circle. The treasure is, of course, behind him. It kind of narrows down into about 50 feet with him in the center of that 50 feet square. So if you're sneaking across or trying to be quietly, I'm assuming you're going to try and roll sneaks. I can roll for Belzian and Yarvik, unless somebody wants to take over Yarvik tonight.
Happy to help if you want, but not like dying to roll another character.
Yeah.
Ulrich is surprisingly stealthy.
Yeah, well, I learned from the best.
Actually, both Yarvik and Belzian did a great job.
I was about to say, what has Belzian taught you about sneaking?
That's right. It was not you.
I'm sorry. Had to step away for a second. Do I need to do a skill check for me or for Brunhild since I'm on Brunhild?
Both.
Both? Okay. Okie dokie. She has a +2 to dex, so I'll just roll a d20 and add 2. She got a 17. Sybil got a 13.
Okay. So basically, Zippo, like, you're trying to be quiet, but you're also straining internally for straining against your will because of all the gold and treasure chests that are behind the giant. And you're like, don't go toward the treasure. You think it's internal, but you're kind of muttering to yourself a little bit, which is what that 13 is. All right, so you, since you're all moving at half speed, Belzian seems to like kind of break away from the group a little bit because half speed for him is faster than half speed for you, being 45 speed. But he slows his pace once he realizes he's getting farther away from you. You inch along slowly but surely. I assume you're keeping an eye on the giant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. The giant seems as still as death, as still as the statues you've seen in the past. It just looks more living than those statues did. Instead of being made out of stone, it's obviously flesh. Going past, those of you with better passive perceptions notice that there are cobwebs growing off of this figure. Dust seems to be laying on him. His white beard, you can see elements of perhaps a different color beneath it. Maybe it's only white because of the dust. That would be Belzian and Roger, of course. Let's see this.
Do we see any spiders?
These are small cobwebs,
Okay.
not like giant.
You
They're
never
only
know.
giant cobwebs because they're on the giant.
They're the giant's cobwebs.
Yes, possessive.
Yeah, I think he's probably just in some kind of suspended animation. That he will totally wake up and kick our asses if we go over there and mess with his money.
I mean, that seems very fair, yeah.
The old Chinese. I need.
Hey, did I mention that there's 5 gold for you at the end of the tunnel?
But there's so much gold over there.
But the dragons are going to have way more money than this dumb giant.
Yep, they won't want to share. I wouldn't want to share if I was them.
I mean, that's fair. I wouldn't want to share if I was them either.
All right.
Only Brunhilde was in a safe place.
You're nearing the other end of the passage, and you see no evidence of the giant stirring at this time.
Awesome.
Do you continue through?
Yeah.
Okay. The cavern closes up again, and you go through a more similarly sized 15-foot passage, back similarly to what you encountered before. You see that the cavern, another cavern, is upcoming ahead as well. This cavern seems to open up ahead of you, and you can see that it seems to be a little bit more circular instead of T-shaped.
I checked the scroll.
The scroll doesn't read anything yet.
Well, there must not be a puzzle here.
I assume you continue forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You enter a passage, or enter the cavern, and see a rough, natural-looking sides, both to your left and right, until you up into a flat wall. The wall appears to have divots every 15 feet with doors set into them. They seem to be normal-looking wooden doors. I think you can probably see the door icons on the map. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a new feature that Roll20 just unloaded. Those doors can now be placed on the map and are clickable so that you can open and close them.
Sorry, I clicked on it right when you said that.
Yeah, I wouldn't open or close the doors until you are actually next to them.
I thought they were clickable, and like I had a second delay on the voice, so I clicked on it like, there's no way this is clickable. Then you said it, and I'm like, my bad.
Okay, now that we're in here, I'm going to check the
Yeah.
the scroll again.
Sure. All right. All right. So this one seems to be long, like the second door is. I'm going to bump it down so that it's not confusing.
Five paths are before you. should you wish to move ahead. 3 are for the mortal, and 3 are for the dead. And 3 is for the dead. So that's the important distinction. Oh, hold up. Just trying to indicate. 1 path for the strong of arm, 1 path for the wise, 1 path that will overcome any creature's guise. Last, light you must tread, though carefully you must choose, for enter 1 when time is done, your life you'll surely lose.
Okay. So, I mean, to me, I don't know necessarily which door is which, unless, 3 is for the dead. That could be a typo, or it could be a little hint that this is the 3rd door here, so it's for dead people. But
That would be my assumption.
Yeah, same. I'm personally of the strong arm variety of door.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that one too because I mean, I might not be physically strong, but
Right.
if other things are physically strong, I can buff Ulrich to make him more physically strong, and then we just win by default.
That sounds fun. Belgian's a very strong guy.
I mean, I see treading light as as something I can do, and maybe Yarvik also.
Right. So, all right. So, but this, I will say, you must choose carefully for enter 1 when time is done. So, I mean, my guess on this would be we have to go through because it doesn't necessarily reference a 4th door, right, or a 5th door necessarily, because 3 are for mortal, and then it goes on to describe 3 doors, and then 3 is for dead, which we're assuming here this door will kill us. But what about that other door? Unless it's that last bit there says, enter 1 when time is done, your life you'll surely lose. But that seems like a clause for the thing about treaded lightly, unless I'm wrong.
I think that's a
I'm
reasonable
probably wrong.
interpretation.
So, I mean,
I'm honestly not sure whether that section about treading lightly refers to an additional path beyond the 3,
right.
or if that is referring to just general caution and that you must tread lightly regardless of which one you take.
Right. Well, and it could also be saying we have to be careful because I mean, another interpretation I would have for this is there are 3 doors we need to go through, and then there's a 4th door. If we go through it at the after, sorry, there's a 1st door. If we go through it last, we will die. Does that make sense? So, enter 1 when time is done, your life you'll surely lose. So, to me, there are 3 doors that lead to trials, and then there's another door that's perfectly fine, and another door that's definitely death straight away. But the perfectly fine door will also turn into death if we go into it fourth. So I think it needs to be like that door first, then strong door, then guy's door, and then tread lightly door.
There
And
is
not
some
the dying door.
There is something to be said. If we have to go through all 5 doors, the door that will surely kill us will allow us to go through the 3rd door, which is for the dead. Roger puts a single finger to his temple.
Jeez, I like that lateral thinking. So here's what I'm kind of thinking here. I'm gonna look at this door, or maybe you should look at it, Roger. I mean, you're more observant than I am.
I stare intently at the door.
Okay, what you doing?
What am I looking for, Ulrich?
I don't know, any traps or anything that to say like death.
I'll inspect the door closely.
Okay. The door seems fairly rudimentary. It's made out of wood. It seems to be polished but simple. There doesn't seem to be any markings on it. The handle is made out of iron. You can roll a investigation check to see if there's any traps.
Sure. Result of 20.
Being that it's a simple door, it's pretty easy to tell that this door is not trapped, at least in any places that you can see on this side of the door.
I open the door. I do not go through it, just open it.
Go ahead and open it. Click on the button. All
What do I
right.
see inside?
You see a long hallway, 5 foot by 10 foot. And on the other side of the passage, it seems to be about, I think it's 50 feet. Yeah, 50 feet is a lever in the up position.
Ooh.
What do you see there, Roger? Did you died?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm now a spooky ghost.
Neat.
No, there is a lever at the end of the long hallway.
Huh.
I'm curious now. Oop. I move over to the second door and just open it, not look in.
Okay, you close the other door?
Nope.
Okay. Ulrich, you see the other door close.
Well, that's interesting.
When one door closes, another door opens. Or when one door opens, another door closes. This one has the same thing. It's just another long hallway with a lever at the end.
Okay. All right. So, I mean,
I'll quickly check the other 3.
I
Seems to be the same.
Oh, this one's interesting.
This one you can just make out, the farther it goes back, that there's statues along the wall.
Perhaps these are storage closets.
Interesting. And I see something in this one also.
Yeah, you see that there are alcoves or breakaways on the passage every 10 feet once it goes a little bit in. You can just make out like the corners. of that.
Well, which one of you strong/wise people are going to volunteer to go down one of these?
I mean,
There are, so for the poem, there are 3 that are the same. And 2 that are different.
yeah.
It is
So,
perhaps a little suspicious that the one that we thought was number 3, the middle door, is one of the ones that is the same and not one of the different doors.
Bless me.
Isn't-
Sorry.
isn't that? So,
Should we label these doors for reference? 1 through 5, perhaps, going left to right.
Sure.
yeah, I mean, just in case.
Let's see. You theorized something about a trial a bit earlier. Do you think the trial is just to pull a lever? Maybe you have to be really strong to do that.
I mean, it's possible. So, I'm sorry. I didn't really get a good look down number 5. What'd you see here?
Open and see.
That's true. Don't know why I didn't think of that. Is that a lever down there?
Might only be 10.
All right, come on, L5s. Is that a lever?
Yes.
All right. But the only door that didn't have a lever was number 4, right?
I think they all did.
Yeah, every single one has a lever.
Oh shoot, yeah, it does. All right. So, I mean, to me, statue's probably gonna come to life and fight you. That could be strong.
That could be stressful.
That could be stressful.
The doors have handles on the inside.
The door opens inward.
I reached my hand around when I go to
So you
close
crack
it.
the door and check
Yeah.
to see. Yep, there's a doorknob on that door. On both
Alright,
sides.
So this one's got a knob on both sides. This is just any creatures, guys. I mean, try and go down the statue door. Right? I mean,
Go for it. I believe in you.
all right.
Nothing can go wrong.
You got this, bud.
Yep.
Anybody else joining him?
I guess we kind of assumed that only one person could go in at a time, but it doesn't seem like you can switch the door to say occupied or anything. So.
Yeah. Zippo doesn't mind going with him, but he's gonna leave. We don't have the Burnhill token, but just assume Burnhill's like in this room right here.
Yeah.
Zippo wouldn't bring her in here with the chance of us getting attacked.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right. You both observe that there are 12 statues in various positions. They appear to be either male or female, but identical in any other sense. So, like, all the females look the same, all the males look the same. You notice, Ulrich, as you approach the lever, that there are words written on the wall on either side of the lever.
Okay. What do they say?
Well, it's fairly substantial in so the copy and paste for stuff in the Roll20 kind of sucks. It keeps like breaking it up after every couple of things.
Yeah,
right?
that is frustrating. I know.
So I'm going to post it into OOC chat for everybody to look at. That way it's in its element, and you can kind of do it from there.
All right. So the clock face gods, which is kind of what I guessed by the 12 here, but the clock face gods assembled within this sacred coal. On each back a lever, which in order you must pull. Excuse me. The closest pairs on either side are some of highest pairing. Fate and luck won't meet eyes. Twine and nature that are faring. Wanderer always watching for what lays beyond the bend. He spots a secret meadow, but Keo is not his friend. Secrets attract knowledge and draw the god of death. Tolu watches Wanderer while Caillou is looking left. Excuse me. Quantus tricks have left him without companion on right hand. He's brought peace by his counsel, the moon goddess Hutran. Amerton sits amidst the rest, resolved to what's in store, because on the horizon instead of sun rises war. One less god bears mention, absent from this simple rhyme, Lord of all that is undead. All will know their name in time. Okay. So, on each back lever. So yeah, we have to pull their levers in the correct order.
Okay.
So, this is the one thing that I'm a little uncertain about, and I'm just trying to think here. Is it in order of the way that they work on the clock wheel, or is it in order of the way they're mentioned in the poem?
I suspect that we're supposed to be that the answer is neither of those.
For your
Why do you
benefit,
think that?
as a heads up, there is, if you go to the area where your character sheets would be, there are PDFs available. One is Gathering Magic Mystical Archives for those of you who have bought it. And then the Renabar handout is also on there for easy access if you ever need to look up the gods.
Right.
Oh, I'm not confident that it's either of those things. I think that the poem here is supposed to be giving us hints as to what order they're in.
Yarvik seems to be muttering himself that there's yet another puzzle, and he's like, I'm done with all this, and he goes and kind of sits by the entrance to kind of wait to see what you need him to do. He's kind of just like, there's just too many riddles for me. I'm good.
It's okay, our little friend. Take a moment to rest your brain.
So,
Or-
looking at the statues, almost all of them are being looked at except this one. This one is off in his own world.
Alright.
Or perhaps we are supposed to do them in order from 1 to 12, and because all of the statues look the same, we have to figure out which one is which god.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right. Well, I mean, the poem definitely helps us figure out which one's supposed to represent which one. I'm just curious about about which order we need to pull it in, because
I would,
Let's assume 1 through 12.
all right.
Ulrich, I forgot to mention this, and it's worth mentioning. The last stanza is not carved into the stone in in the same way that the other ones are. The last stanza seems to have been carved by somebody into the rock with a sharp object. It's not as well made. If like everything else seems intentional, this one seems like more like graffiti.
Okay.
I meant to say that, but I got distracted by you started reading immediately, and I kind of was just listening.
Yeah. Apologies.
No, you're fine. I don't mind it.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and go into the room also, so I can see what's going on here.
Belgian,
So
do you
just-
also enter? I think you're muted, but I will take your advancing forward as a yes.
We have...
So, I want to just double check the count here. We have Fate and Luck, Twine and Nature, that's 4, Wander is 5, Caillou is 6. Tolu is 7. This is 8. Utrin is 9. Amaton is 10. Those are the only names that are actually mentioned, correct?
Q is 7. So I'm not going to look at anything. I'm going to see if I have this in order. So Wander is, if you're talking about the Pantheon, Wander represents 1. Zarek is 2. Tolu is 3.
Right. I definitely
so on and
get the clock
Okay.
nature.
All right.
What I was clarifying is in the poem, I'm trying to count.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Named gods there are. I only count 8 names. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like every god has been named by name.
Okay. But some are referenced without name, I believe, like
the guidance and knowledge god could be
Zarek.
Heresy.
Yeah.
I have... Hold up. There's no good way for me to show this in Roll20, so you'll have to bear with me while I type this out now that I've written it down on my sheet of paper. So we have 2 rows. And a number of male and female figures. And I'm assuming that certain ones are male and certain ones are female just for writing down, but ultimately it's not as important which.
Ones are female, for what it's worth.
The ones with the star head is
ones.
female.
Yeah.
The thicker shouldered ones are the male.
Okay, yeah, that was my assumption also. Gotta type all of this up in Discord because it is still faster than taking a picture. And then we have this diagonal shape, which is so much harder to represent.
Roger Mays is typing.
Because they're all facing.
So is it safe to go into this room or what?
I mean, we ain't dead.
Okay.
What lies around the bend?
The font that's not fixed width is annoying, but it's okay. That's Discord's fault.
The closest pairs on each side, on either side. The highest pairing.
Oh, come on. There we go. We've got them facing in directions like so.
Yeah, I see.
That helps with our pontificating. Closest pairs on either side are some of highest pairing. That's too general.
You could always use the chamber below to write stuff down if you want to write it in Roll20. You can make that like your workspace.
Right.
Here, I'll come.
It's getting cramped in here. I'm gonna take a step back out.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. We have. I guess I can copy and paste this out of Discord here into a text box because we can make those. It'll be tiny and ugly. Okay.
All right, so I think
Let's go for our hints. So we've got a male pair and a female pair. Or which are both supposed to be two of which are looking opposite to each other, two of which are facing each other.
right. I think though it's out the gate. I might be mistaken, but I think Wander might be bottom right. Because Wander is always watching for what lays beyond the bend. But except for the fact that Wander is male, I did not think about that. So never mind.
Let's consult our religion reference. Get a quick list of who can go in which slot here.
Okay, so I would say if you want to do something beyond what's in the book, you can always do a knowledge religion check. But whatever the book has in it about the gods is basically common knowledge for you.
Yep. I also just, as far as Wander being him, it is just referenced. Wander always watching for what lays beyond the bend. He spots a secret meadow, but Caillou is not his friend.
Correct.
So
Someone's in the meadow with Caillou.
It's actually Q, as in like the letter Q.
Q.
Or like the Star Trek character.
Q.
Is Q's last name T? Let's see. Not the friend.
This is certainly a puzzle.
All right, music or sure. All right, so Tolv and luck.
I'm gonna say,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say this one is Qantas, and this one is Huitran.
Huitran, yeah.
Huitran, yeah. Yeah, because he would be the only male one that doesn't have, and I'm assuming this based on like what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna assume that his right side is the one facing the wall.
That's correct.
Yeah, so he's the
Yeah.
only one that doesn't have a companion on the right side.
That is true.
And he's brought to peace by his council, who he's talking to, the moon goddess, Huitran.
The male over here also doesn't have
Yeah,
somebody
but
on his right side.
he's not brought to peace by his council. He's not talking to anybody. He's by himself completely.
But it is interesting, though, that only one is stated not to have something on the right. Like, that is a good point. I think you're on the right track. That is just an interesting observation.
And I'm going to say that. Do we know which way is north, south, east, and west in here?
Yes. North is toward the levers.
North is toward the levers.
Yeah. So this is actually a correct map.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I wanted to make sure that's before I said anything else. I'm pretty. So that means east would be to this side.
Yeah.
So that would mean that. Do we know if Amatun is male or female?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
We've got Daraces is male based on what's in the lore information in Discord. We've got Qantas is male based on the poem. We have Wander is male based on the poem. We have Huitren is female based on the poem. So that.
Right. I definitely think that you're right about Qantas and Huitran being these two up here. That makes the most sense.
And that's all we have as far as gendering the gods here. So Wander is not opposite Caillou. Secrets. Oh.
The closest pairs on either side are some of the highest pairing.
Secrets attract knowledge, so we can interpret that to mean the god of knowledge is watching the god of secrets, right?
That makes sense. And draw the god of death. So death and knowledge maybe being watched by secrets.
Amethyst, I will say that none of the entries in religion should have any delineation as to gender. I changed that to them for the 10th god.
So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
Good catch.
I think that secrets may be this bottom right one. Or no. Shoot, hold up.
That has 2 people watching her.
Yeah, but this is also the case here. Alright, what does it say about...
Yeah, secrets attract knowledge. Secrets draw the god of death. So we need to put all of the. I need a frickin' spreadsheet. Alright.
I feel like you would excel at this, Roger.
I want to build like a little logic puzzle, but there are a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw stuff out on paper.
Yeah, feel free to draw anything out that you'd like. For sure.
It's just a shame that we can't share this quite so easily.
Yeah.
Here, I can let me do something.
As if I had a webcam, I would
Yeah,
set mine up with this.
I do technically have a webcam, and I will set it up so that I can doodle with your eyes on it.
All right. In that case, I'm just going to gather a pile of information and then post all of that in the Discord for us to fill things out in the sheet with.
Knowledge dump.
While the rest of the party's trying to figure out the puzzle, Zippo, who's still, reeling from not getting all the gold, is gonna walk out, give Brunhild a couple good pets, and then he's gonna walk over here and open the 5th door.
Okay. Go ahead and open it.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Oh,
find...
okay, you didn't say anything, that's fine.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something to hook this on.
No, you're good, you're good. And does the 4th door shut then?
Okay. So we're gonna have oh, interesting. So you added a video. So
Yeah,
I will
sorry.
Let's see here. Gotta check out. Okay, so Ulrich is there. So let's move Ulrich over. Oops. Okay, and then. Okay, yeah, alright. People are in the wrong place.
So we were pretty positive.
Hold up, I've got a thing to drop in the Discord. Oh god, the formatting's all fucked up. Yeah, close enough. So this is what we know from the poem and our basic knowledge of the setting.
So we were pretty positive then that this is Huitren, which I realize now you're probably looking at that upside down.
That's fine. I can
Backwards. Wow, all sorts of fun stuff.
It's just upside down.
Okay. And then
that means who's facing Huitren?
Qantas, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we had, so we know, death. Secrets attracted knowledge and draw the god of death. So I think that secrets is being viewed by both death and knowledge.
Okay. Death being Tulu and knowledge being Darices.
Right. So, and Caillou is also not the friend of. Well, is also being seen. Caillou's the god of secrets, so Caillou would also be seen by Wander. Spots a secret meadow, but Caillou is not his friend.
Yeah, I don't think Wander's looking at Caillou.
You don't think so? What's
No.
What's Wander looking at?
Probably Langelius, god of nature.
But it's a secret meadow.
But it specifically says Caillou is not his friend.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I kind of just thought that like Caillou was not looking back.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, from my perspective, it could be either. But I don't want to rule out Langelius here yet.
Here's kind of why I think that, because that would mean 3 people need to be looking at secret Caillou, which would mean this. This is the only one that 3 people are looking at.
Hold up,
This
I
would
don't
make
have.
this. Oh, sorry.
Which
So
one?
up here is Wander, let's say, looking at Caillou, because Wander is also at a tilt.
I think that's
Caillou is,
looking 1 down, not 2 down.
I suppose you're right.
I'm gonna break you guys for just a second. Zippo, you opened the other door, went in slightly, and then realized that the other door shut and left and came out and closed it and opened the other one. Is that
Yeah.
a good
Zippo,
summary?
as he's walking in, Zippo's as he's walking in there, he'd be like, "Oh, the other door's shut," because he remembered that happened, and then he'd be like, "It's probably a puzzle too, and one puzzle's hard enough on all of us," and then he'd
Okay.
walk back over here.
Got it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Fate and luck won't meet eyes. So it's possible fate and luck are the top right 2 that are facing opposite each other.
That does make some sense, yeah. Also, the highest pairing.
I mean, Tolv must be amongst the highest. Fortune, not necessarily, but it could mean the top 2 in each row are
Well, 12 and 6 would be opposite of each other on a clock.
And 11 and 5. The Wayne and Langelius. That doesn't quite jive for the side there, if we think it is. Although 8 and 4 is among the higher pairings. Or is it? No. 8 and 4 is among the lower pairings. Higher pairings would be 9 and up.
What do they mean by higher pairings? Is it like the location on the actual clock's face? Like the
In which case 8 and 4 are definitely not it. Those are right smack in the middle. 1 above, 1 below.
Belzian, with your experience in the monastery, the gods are often paired by their opposite.
yes, like Wander doesn't like you because they're the opposite of each other.
Yeah.
So the poem's also implying that Amatun is in the middle, in the midst of the rest. And on the horizon rises war, which would be Zarok.
Right.
Tolu watches wander. Caillou is looking left. That seems important. That may be.
I mean, if that's the case, and Caillou is looking left, which that's a very good point, it's got to be this one. Because I wouldn't call this looking left.
Again, I only have one
Right,
monitor.
Right. Yeah. So same as me. The bottom right is not looking left; it's looking bottom left. This one is looking left, and it's being faced by two people. So that could be Death and Knowledge. Was it?
Yeah. Okay, so let's.
So I'm just gonna tentatively put on the paper here. Caillou question Q. Sorry. Question mark.
Yeah, and I am maintaining a copy of this myself. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that one is probably Q. Then.
Watches wander.
So who are the two people looking at Q?
Wait. Oh shoot! Dang it. Well, so I thought secrets attract knowledge, so it would have been, God of Secrets.
God of Knowledge is looking at the God of Secrets.
Or right, sorry.
Yeah.
Right. So that would be I'm sorry. Daraces. But the thing is, I've just realized Tolu is the god of death, right? So Tolu is watching wander. So it actually, interestingly, if Tolu is watching wander, can't be those. I don't know what it means by it draws death. By Q draws death.
Maybe Death is looking at them.
Well, but that's what I would write.
Yeah, but Tolu's watching wander. That's right. Said explicitly. Let's ignore that hint for now, and come back to it later. I think there is possibly another problem with having Q in that position.
Yeah.
And I'm going to propose a different position for Q.
Please.
The bottom right, which satisfies. Yeah, it's looking left from her perspective as the statue, right?
No, she's looking to the right from her perspective.
And she's looking down and left is what I have on my thing, unless I've got it wrong. No, she's looking this one here.
Yeah, she's looking towards her right.
Nope, that's to your right. If you're looking straight at her from where you're positioned, she's looking to your right, correct?
No.
Because you're looking at this from top down, right?
Right, yeah.
So you want
to... if you face the same direction as her,
so
she is facing towards the right in her direction. Like, assuming that down... I mean, it's left as you enter the room, and she is on the right of us, but, like, if... Disregard what I'm saying.
No, you're right. She's looking to the right, because when we did this clue up here, this guy's right side is right there.
Okay, I see.
That's why we went with that.
I see what you're talking about. Got it. Okay.
I'm not confident. She's not looking this way. She's looking
but I mean,
this relative to straight, which would be left from her perspective.
Oh, I see. You're assuming straight. I get you. I get you. That I see. I
so
was
you're assuming that straight is south.
Yeah, correct. And or down on the map.
Yeah.
But you're right.
I'm assuming that straight is straight across.
Yes. No, that is good logic. I like that.
I want to put her in for Q.
Okay.
And then let's reevaluate how messed up that makes all of the other hints. So we have presumably at least Darices
I
looking at her.
think that if we put Darices at bottom left, I'm spelling this wrong on my paper, but we know what it means.
Yeah.
And then if we put Tolu just above Q, and then we put Wander, I'm sorry, wrong. Wander just above Q, because again, if Wander sees a secret meadow, right? Because he's curious what's beyond the bend, or what's around the bend, really the only bend in this room, the only unknown, is what's through the door. And he spots a secret meadow, which could be Q. Tolu is drawn towards Q. Death is drawn towards Q, secrets, but spots Wander. That solves that problem we had earlier where...
That puts Death in third from the bottom
Third.
on the left.
Correct, yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. God, I gotta do this with numbers because I don't have space on the piece of paper that I'm working with. By paper, I mean doing this in Notepad.
So...
So who is watching Darices? Who's the female second from the bottom left?
let's see what's said in the poem again. Let's see.
I don't think we have that hint.
Probably not, but...
Secrets attract knowledge, but what?
Tricks have left him without companion. Okay. The rest resolve to what's in store, because on the horizon instead of sun rises war. Oh, interestingly, sorry, not to delay
you're
with
good.
So sorry, Josh, remind me, did we write northeast south on this? Am I correct in thinking north is to the right?
Nope. As
North
I
is
said
straight up.
earlier, north is this map is correct in terms of where north is.
Okay. My apologies. I know it was asked, and because because I was... Okay, so, in which case, the sun rises correctly in Seregen, correct?
Correct.
Like,
Yep.
Okay, great. So, if it rises in the east, we need to have Amaton looking towards the right, and opposite Amaton needs to be war.
Okay, so Amaton must be on the left side and has to be facing right, so that there's only one spot it could be.
Correct.
Right, it's
it
just
has to be this one
Yep.
here.
Agreed.
And that means that's Zartos, or
Zarek.
Zarak, sorry.
Mhm.
What does your paladin order follow? Yeah.
Zarak, yeah. I just
So of course he found Zarek first, right? Or tried to.
and my character knows things better than me, Shade, who brain dumb.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Let's see here.
We say Qantas here in Huitran, just underneath on
I can
the
feel our
left
collective
side.
brains getting wrinklier.
And that means we have Fate and Fortune facing opposite directions on the top right.
Correct.
We don't know which one is which.
Well, let's unlock.
One is 12, one is 6, right?
12 would be on top, 6 would be on the bottom.
I mean, it could be. Qantas.
And then we have, but assuming the two of those belong there somehow, one of which is one of which is the other, we have two left, right? There's the one in the middle on the right side. Twine in Nature, better faring.
So Langelius.
we've got male looking left at Tolu. We've got female looking down at Darices.
Sorry, Belzian, for some reason my thing's not scrolling down to see. What are you saying?
On
He
the list
says-
I provided, correcting a typo.
Oh, I see. I see.
There is another interpretation
Okay.
that Qantas and Huitren are not the top left two. That the top left two are Twain and Langelius.
Interesting.
Which satisfies the first clue that the two pairs on the top are the two highest pairs, 12 and 6 and 11 and 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it also has the better fairing of the two of them looking together as opposed to Fate and Luck, who are looking opposite, if we're interpreting that the same way. That might mean we have to shuffle some of the other ones around.
Sorry. So,
New
sorry.
page.
Are you
I'm s-
saying top
We're-
left is Twine and Langelius?
Yeah, I don't know which one is which,
Oh, interesting.
because that would satisfy the first clue. Of
Right.
the closest pairs on either side being the highest pairing, and fit with that whole paragraph in general.
Yeah.
It does mean we have to replace Qantas and Huitren.
Okay, so Qantas and Huitren, yeah, but it was so solid with Qantas, no one to his right, right? So we know Qantas
is that the only person with
There-
no one to his right?
the only other one is the top right, and that will still be a problem with what you're suggesting, and it has to be a he too, right? Because
Without companion on right hand.
Right. I mean, I see. Okay. So, yeah, that guy doesn't. But that okay. But man, that rearranges everything, though.
It sure does mess it all up. That
I mean, yeah, it could be. Okay.
So let's hold on to the configuration we have, and then make a new one to test this out.
I'm just gonna open this up a little bit.
Bane had some insight, right? I saw him clicking around.
And yeah, that does right fuck up everything else.
What were you clicking around on, Bane?
This statue in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Which I can't really see from where I'm standing, but I can envision. There would be nobody to its right. other than the
Right.
wall.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, it's possible that's Qantas.
The one in the bottom left could be Qantas, and it is a man that has nothing on his right.
But is Huitren actually giving that guy counsel?
There is a female right above
to
him.
his left. That could be
Yeah.
okay.
So if we do,
Okay.
Yeah, the other right.
and that just requires us swapping
Okay.
1 and 10 here and have Darices looking down. That does mess up some of the other things.
Well, but this is feasible because Twine and Langelius on the clock face are
11 and 5.
11 and 5, but which is with? Well, 5 is Langelius. So let's say that the smaller numbers 2 Zippo's point earlier are
At
the
the
ones
bottom.
below. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
So that's Twine. And then Seregen and Tolv.
Could you bump your sheet over a little bit so we can see?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Nope, you don't need to flip it. You just had it off camera. There you go.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
I
can
actually
totally
flipped the
read it upside
camera
down.
so that the audience can see what you're writing.
Flip the.
No, I did it. You don't need to. Yeah.
Okay.
It was perfect.
I see.
Don't worry about us. We can read upside down.
I've got you. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Can you slide it up just a little bit so we can see the bottom row?
Yeah, give me 1
Yeah,
second.
no
I
rush.
want to try something. That better or worse?
It looks identical.
The same.
Okay.
I think bottom right is still Q.
Now, interesting. Okay.
And we still need Darices looking at her, which I believe makes the one just above bottom right Darices.
So, and that would then leave that as Wander up here, because assuming...
Spots a secret meadow.
Well, no, because... Okay. It's not actually looking there.
You could say that he is looking there if we put Wander.
Right.
Let's try it.
Okay, but okay.
And then who is looking at Wander?
It was Death, Tolu.
Tolu, and that fits.
And then we're missing
Amatune and Zarak are looking at each other in the third row, or the third from north row.
Yeah. Okay. Owing, I mean, if we all feel, I'm just gonna read one last time what Tolu's up to. Because the thing that's bothering me is secrets draw the death of God.
God of Death.
God of Death. I mean, God of Death. Secrets draw the God of Death.
Secrets attract knowledge and draw the God of Death. Secrets. I
mean,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to interpret that either.
Right.
And I'm open to hearing other configurations, but this is the first one that we found that actually places all of the gods that doesn't seem to contradict any clues outright.
I mean, I'm happy enough to try that. What do you guys think?
I'll do it. Well, I'll stand out of the room unless you want me to do it.
I'm happy to whatever works. I feel like I've got immunity to disease and 101 hit points, whatever those are.
You look really healthy.
Yeah, I'm a very healthy lad.
You could step on a lot of caltrops without dying.
So
Did this poem indicate that there may be like levers on the back of these statues? What is it trying to say?
So they're supposed to be on the back. I mean, do we see them?
Yeah, you look on each statue and you can see some easier than others that there's a lever behind that on the back, like not on the head but on the back.
Oh, wait, sorry. There's a 13th lever. One less god bears mention, absent from this simple rhyme, Lord of all that is undead, all will know their name in time. That last lever has something to do with that, right?
Well, at last, it's got to be this one up here.
Yeah,
I'll
that one.
pull it.
No.
No, he doesn't pull it now. He's just telling you he will pull it whenever you pull the others.
Right, but okay. What if we just don't pull that lever?
No, somebody went through a lot of work to carve this into the stone. I feel like we should at
Well-
least acknowledge them by trying it.
That's what I'm saying, is we're acknowledging a warning.
Hmm.
Perhaps
But
this
I-
lever releases the god of bad things.
The dragon god of time.
In any case, what I'll do is, when everyone's in a position where they feel comfortable, I can pull them in order of the clock, starting.
Starting with Wander?
Well, that's I assume that we start with Wanderer, but I could also see the argument that we start with Tolv. Is that something that I know? Like, I mean, the way that we're usually listing them begins with Wanderer, with Tolv as the end. Is that common to the religious practice?
Yeah, Tolv is at noon there, or midnight.
Yeah, religiously, they're set in order from lowest number to greatest number.
Okay, great. In which case, yeah, going through on this list, once we're ready, I think we just pull them from Wander, Zarak, Tolu, Quantus, Langelius, Saren, Q, Pitwan, Amaton, Daraces, Twine, and Tolv.
Okay. So you pull them based on the order that you have written here.
Correct.
Okay, all 12 have been pulled. The levers go back up each time you pull them. So there's no like they stay down. It's kind of like a spring-loaded thing where you pull it, goes back up.
Okay, so,
So there's no indication whether you got it correct or not. But nothing else happens when you pull all 12.
and then the 13th lever is the one at the back, which we can try.
You want to do the honors there, Zippo?
Yes. Zippo will pull the lever.
Who even reach the lever?
Zippo jumps up and grabs onto the lever and hangs onto it, but the lever does not go down.
Let me just make sure it's not a strength thing.
Okay.
No. I mean, you keep holding and I'll pull down on you. Just to add some weight for you.
All right, make a strength check.
Yep.
Or athletics, I should say.
That roll. Nope. Cool. It's like 25.
The lever, despite your strength, does not seem to move. Doesn't even
Well,
wriggle.
okay. Well, maybe this isn't the order.
Yeah, that checks out.
Good news. Nothing hurt. No harm.
Bad news, we're wrong and have to try again.
Well, I mean, at least we had kind of a head start on that. So, we go back to that original order we tried. We got
Or could we try it again, but with starting at 12 instead of 1?
Yeah, why not? That's true. Starting, let's do that. Let's use the list we all kind of like there, and then start with 12, and then work backwards, because the poem does say when time.
The
What does
other
it say?
poem. Yeah.
No. Well, no, there's that, but in time indicates like a countdown to me. All will know.
Oh,
their
I
name
see.
in time.
Yep, okay.
So count down from 12, and then try the 13th lever.
Sure. Give it a go.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you all point at Zippo.
Yeah.
Zippo
Pull lever.
jumps onto the lever again, and it doesn't seem to move.
Okay. Last attempt is just 12 and then 1 through 11.
Okay. You go through all of that again, and Zippo jumps on the lever, I assume.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You can't pull the lever.
All right.
Pardon my
Back to the
language.
list.
Carnation.
So, what exactly was our hang up here? Was let's see.
Believe trying to place Wander, Qantas, and
No, we thought we had Wander here. What we didn't have was Tolv and Saren. We weren't positive about. I mean, we would have thought that it would be Tolv, Saren, but not Amatran. Twine and Vangelius airing better.
yeah, we don't have any indication that Twine and Langelius, Tolv, and Saren are in the orientation that they're in, right? It could be 6 above 12 or 5 above 11. We don't know.
I mean, that's true. Also, good news is there is no apparent bad thing happening when we try this. What if
And
we
just try
just
all
yeah.
permutations of those within what we expect them to be?
Yeah, where Alright, just double checking. Yeah, that's true. With the first list, if we kind of swap out Tolv and Saren
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you run the 4 pattern, right? So
Yeah.
you've already run it with Tolv and Saren and Twine and Langelius like that. So you switch them both, you try that, you switch one, and then you switch the other.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's what, 6 more or something like that.
So that'd be 4
So 5.
There are 3 configurations we've not tried.
Yeah.
Of these.
Yeah.
Okay. You put in each of those, and each time Zippo is unable to pull the lever.
Okay. Then if we do this, and a variation that we may do here is these two. So swapping Twine and Langelius here and Tolv and Saren here.
Okay.
And just trying the permutations there.
Can I see the full book? I have the first 5.
Oh, sorry, I
just scooch up a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, now it's a little too far. There you go. Perfect. Okay, I can see that.
Yep.
All right. All 4 of those permutations do not work either.
Okay. Well.
So either one of those combinations is right and something else is wrong, or I guess that's the only, or none of it's right, I guess is the other conclusion.
Huh.
Maybe only one of us has to be in the room.
I mean, sure.
What happens if we leave the room and close the door with you in it?
All right.
That's already happened.
That's true, yeah.
Zippo opened a different door and the door closed behind you. You just were too entranced in the puzzle to notice.
Sorry.
Except for Belzian. Belzian's like, let me out.
Sorry, executing the levers here while the door is closed.
Okay. So who's closing the door?
I'll close the door.
Okay. What lever combination are you going to be doing, Ulrich?
Can we try the initial one?
Yeah, I think the initial one without swapping stuff.
Which was the initial one?
The one that's on the should be on the screen now. Apology, I'm not looking at the camera.
Oh,
It's sort of
so
on
the
screen.
Qantas and Tolv at the top. You're talking about?
Yeah, Qantas and Tolv at top. Yeah.
Okay. That's the is that the initial one or is that okay? I see.
Oh wait, is that not the initial one? No, that's not the
other,
initial one.
other
My
sheet.
apologies.
Yeah.
Twine and Tolv at top.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you put in that permutation again with the door closed, and Zippo's still unable to pull the lever.
I have a much more simplistic idea. I'm just going to go to every single one of these, specifically the male-looking ones, and pull their lever until one of the levers doesn't pop back up.
Okay. Looking for Wander, trying to single him out.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I assume technically that might happen anyway, since really there's nothing that seems to reset this necessarily, but yeah.
All right.
Does any...
You pull each of the male figurines, and they all spring back up. Every single one.
Well, I don't like to be defeatist, but I'm thinking about just trying a different door for a bit.
Sure. It's possible there's some context that we're missing to beat this riddle.
So I'm just gonna go up to door 1 here.
Okay, so you enter the door. The other door closes. All right. So you're heading down that corridor toward the lever, correct?
Yep.
All right, make a reflex save.
Okay. Dex save 27.
All right. The ceiling, the floor opens up below you, and the ceiling plummets down. And you see an alcove kind of appear as you jump back away from that spot, and the ceiling stays shut in the corridor.
So, sorry, just to clarify, are you saying
basically the floor fell out and the ceiling kind of matched it and has made a chamber in the floor directly in front of you that you can't access because the ceiling is shutting you out. You notice that the ceiling column that thrust down is slowly lowering.
Okay. Which do we think that is? Tread lightly? No. I mean,
Seems like it could be a time thing.
Real fast, so I can catch up when I went to the bathroom. Did we try pulling each of the levers in like the way they were mentioned from Belzian's list? Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Not in the way that Belzian listed.
Okay, Zippo would try that since he's still in this room.
Okay, so you're doing Tolv, Saren, Twain, Langelius, Wander, Q, Tolu, Wander, Qantas, Huitron, and Amatune, Zarek. But how do you know which one's which?
Right.
In the order that we pulled them from last time, how we had them ordered.
Okay.
Like very how each
first
of them
time?
was labeled.
Oh, right.
Yeah, how each of them was labeled.
Right,
Yeah.
right. How they were mentioned inside the poem.
Yeah, that's how Zippo's gonna pull them. And number 8 should be Desarius.
Darcy's.
Or Darcy's, yep. Zippo's gonna pull them all in that order and then go pull the switch.
All right.
If possible.
The switch does not pull.
Okay.
But good thought. I see an O and a K, or is it a Q and a K?
Oh, I wrote and I couldn't figure out how to erase it, so I put it in a spot that I thought was hidden.
Got it. Nothing is hidden from me.
Fair enough, fair enough. Zippo, still being in the room, by the way, is going to start flipping them in just like random order and pulling the switch.
Okay.
Like, he's gonna start up right here, and then he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and he's just gonna keep pulling in random orders like that.
Okay. You pull all 12 of those.
And then I pull the switch.
Nothing happens.
Let's see here.
All right. So while Zippo is pulling random levers, you are ruminating on the first one, correct? On the first door there.
Yeah.
You weren't in there for very long. What's going on?
Sorry. Well, I mean, the ceiling down. You can see here the that lever that's or this pillar rather that's pushing this ceiling down. I mean, I just don't know what to do with a collapsing ceiling there.
Is it? Sorry, you said it looked like the floor was rising up or down?
The floor fell down, and he had to jump back, or he would have fallen in. If he hadn't jumped back, he would have either fallen into the pit and then been sealed in by the ceiling, or aptly named ceiling, or he would have been cut in half if he had been holding onto the ledge.
You said that after that the ceiling.
The ceiling is still in that position, but lowering slowly into that alcove that dropped.
So
Can we still see the lever?
No, it's completely blocked by this ceiling.
well, let's come back to this one also.
Well, nothing to see here.
That one will have to reset itself.
So yeah, let's try a different one.
Okay. So Roger opened the second door, and the first door closed.
And I opened the first door to come out, and the second door closes.
Yep.
And we open the second door again.
Okay. Zippo, you're still pulling random levers. What's your next order you're trying?
My next order is going to be Zippo doesn't know which is which.
You'll need to pull a little slower than you did the last time. I kind of got the pattern based on how you were pulling, because you did 1, 2, but then after that they were obscured, and I couldn't see anything but the ninth one.
Zippo's going to pull this one, then 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 this one. Have I pulled this one yet? He's gonna double pull that one just to be sure.
Okay.
And then this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then the lever.
It does not budge. All right. Door 2. You hear Yarvik yell, "You solve it yet?"
Nope.
Mm.
You think
He grunts.
should be like the light of foot room?
You want to give it a try,
Oh.
Belzian?
Sure.
You're also pretty reasonably strong in case we are wrong about it being the light of foot room.
Let's just hope it's not the death room.
Ah, what's the worst that could happen?
Belgian death. Death is the worst that could happen.
Oh, we
Oh.
just left Necrata. You know that death is not the worst that can happen.
All right, that's fair.
My ears feel big again. Now, hold my sandals. Belzian kicks off his shoes and goes for the sneaky, like, stealth.
All right, roll stealth check.
Come on, beyond 20. I would like can I use my inspiration to re-roll that one?
If you have it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
13 it is. All right. You're kind of sweaty from this ordeal, and your feet kind of slap along the floor as you go.
It's a wet feet.
All right. So you creep along the passage.
I'm creeping creepily. Belzian's sweating bullets here.
You're a real creep, Belgian.
Through the ring, Belzian says,
Sorry, says what?
Says what?
"Also, I'm not purposely." Oh, like shush kind of thing.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
we missed the shh sound. It kind of blanked it
Yeah.
out.
Whoops. I'm not purposely moving my token incredibly slowly. My computer is just terrible.
Okay. All right. I totally thought you were just sneaking. Okay. You get to
Dramatic
the
effect.
end of the passage, and you're up at the lever.
Through the ring. So, fellas, do you think we should pull this, or do we pull them all at the same time, or what do you think?
I just don't know.
All right, I hit the switch.
All right. You feel that there's a little bit of give to the switch, but you can't pull it down.
Huh.
You could try to
I
pull
relay this
harder on it
information.
if you'd like.
Sure. Let's yank on it.
All right, make a strength.
Just a straight strength check.
Athletics is fine.
Ooh. 25.
Okay. Impressive. You, with all your might, pull. It slowly goes down and stays down in the down position.
Excellent. I would like to sneak back out.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna help you.
Thank you. Please move my token. Quiet, quiet.
it occurs to me.
While you're thinking, I'm gonna go to Zippo real quick.
Yep.
It
actually, this is for Zippo.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, Zippo, it occurs to me because we just got a lever down, thanks to the strong arms of Belgian. But since that lever has a scrawled in sign that mentions the Lord of Undeath, that room may be for non-mortals.
I will solve it.
Zippo, that configuration, you put it in, and then you try pulling the lever,
Yep.
and it does not go down.
Dang, nabbit. Zippo's going to try pulling this one right here
Okay.
12 times, and then he's going to pull the door.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Zippo's going to walk to the edge of the door here. Can I open it from the inside?
You can.
Going to open it, walk out, close it.
Okay.
You'd be like, guys, I'm not going to be that guy, but maybe we just destroy all the statues.
That would be blasphemy.
So
Also a lot of work.
I think I'm kind of just curious what number 5 here is. Because we found the strength one. I think this one might be due to the
Sneaky sneak.
the treading lightly and all that stuff. I have to assume number 5 here is something about this the guys overcome any creature's guys. Number 3. Wait, what was number 3?
Number 3 is just another empty passage.
Ah. Well.
I'm gonna use my perception and look down this passage to see if I see anything out of the ordinary.
Sure.
Result of 19.
You notice nothing out of the ordinary.
That looks perfectly normal to me. I'll go ahead and walk down towards the lever.
What?
Okay. Amadeus, take... you enter the area, and you take 6 points of damage.
Come back.
Oh, right here?
No, once you get to here. The second square.
Gotcha.
It feels like you are walking through hundreds of razors. Like, it just feels like the air is cutting you. Like it's burning. Like those razors have like alcohol on them. Like, and it's just like stinging you as it burns. The areas where you are feeling injured are starting to turn black and discolored. Similar to how Zippo was injured from the centipede earlier.
All right, cool. I'm a bail out of this one.
Hey. You okay?
No.
You take another 10 as you leave.
Let me heal you up here. Now, I think that does tell us it wasn't a typo. 3 is for the dead, or 3 is, for the dead.
As soon as Roger walks out, Zippo's going to open the store.
Okay.
And walk up to here.
Okay. You're just walking normally, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You see statues on either side of you. These statues begin to stir as you walk into the passage. They seem to start moving, sniffing the air, and like rubbing their eyes.
Through the ring, Zippo's gonna be like, guys, statues moving in 5th room?
Oh, are you gonna?
Any of them have a
into
lever on their back.
I don't know. Zippo's gonna slowly walk backwards.
Okay.
Do they stop moving a little bit, or?
You can't see them as soon as you walk back.
That's true. I'm just gonna walk up and be like, yeah, I walked in there and the statue started sniffing, so...
Are you speaking through the rings right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Gotta check that.
Okay, so that's presumably the one that sees through any guys.
Yeah, or the sneaking one.
We're all guys.
So why don't I Why don't I test our luck? Ulrich puts his shield up and is going to proceed down until he gets to like right here.
Okay. You're just walking normally.
Yeah, with the shield prepared, yeah.
Okay. The two statues on either side are fully awake and alert. As soon as you come into view, they both look directly at you and start shrieking. You hear startled movement from up higher above the passage, and I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Okay. Sorry.
You do.
I made a bad choice.
Did the rest of us roll initiative?
If you wish to be part of this combat, then yes.
I mean, I want the option.
It's 9:00. Should we?
Yeah, let's do a break while we roll initiative. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back to the episode. We just went on a break. We are back. There is an encounter with some statues. Most of the statues in this dungeon so far have been, of the immobile kind or formerly mobile kind, but these are the formerly immobile kind. So we rolled initiative. Yarvik actually got first, but he doesn't really know what's going on. He just kind of hears some yelling, screeching sounds from over that way. Guys, you all right?
Narvik, what is your location? Could you come over here for a moment? We might need your help with something.
Report to aisle 5, please.
I guess. And he starts coming over this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pulls out his bow and he looks ready for combat. Roger.
I will also be reporting to aisle 5. Although I can sort of see what's going on, right? I've got at least line of sight down here.
You have line of sight to the hall, but no, you don't see any creatures except for Ulrich.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot useful to do without being up close and personal. And I'm a little far away to get there with Ulrich being where he is. So I'm just going to move up here and hide. And I suppose already in action to attack any statue that gets next to me. And that'll be my turn. Okay, we're not being all that sneaky, but That's it for Roger.
All right. Belzian.
Belzy is gonna walk 5 feet to the right here.
Okay.
And recommend to everyone that maybe we draw them out of the room. Beat the snot out of them as they come out the door. And I'll use my bonus action to take a patient defense, which is basically the dodge action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right. It is the creature's turn. The statues to either left and right of you, they look kind of like normal humanoid statues, except as they spring to life to attack you, their arms that looked pretty thick split into 2 arms, and they are actually 4-armed creatures with wings as well that sprout from their back. They weren't visible before. Apparently, they were kind of close to their backs as if they were like a robe of some sort. and only when they spread them did you realize that they were actually wings. The two closest to you attack you. Your AC
Is 18 at this time because I have
because
my
you guys
shield.
have a shield, right? First attack hits. Second attack hits. Third attack misses. That's 1. Fourth attack hits. Fifth attack misses. Oop. Sorry, wrong roll. Okay. You take 15 from the first from the left creature and 10 from the right creature for a total of 25.
All right. That's just a quarter of my health. No big deal.
2 more come out from the passage and pile up behind, trying to... There we go. Yeah, so they're kind of swarming out of these. The next one that comes out that closed with you is also going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I wanted. Hit. Miss. And miss. So another 6 damage to you as you're slashed. It seems they're attacking you with their claws and then biting you. They've seemed to have discarded the weapons that they were holding.
Okay.
But you don't see them on the floor. They were like holding axes one moment, and then the next minute they're slashing at you.
I'll have to axe them where they put them.
Zippo.
Okay. Zippo is going to. It's gonna look at Ulrich. Does Ulrich look pretty beaten up?
Ulrich is standing.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm reading a spell to make sure this is what I think it is. Okay. Concentration. Okay. Zippo is going to 5, 10 up to where he's neck behind Ulrich. And let me double check one last thing here. How big is this hallway?
5 by
Like-
10.
5 by 10? Okay. Okay. Check this real fast. How big would you say a Trent is?
A what?
A Trent?
They're large. Maybe huge?
Yeah, because I didn't see the thing that showed their size on here. See here. Trying to find something that's not huge. How
They're
big would you
huge.
say?
They're huge.
They're
Yeah.
huge. How big would you say a bone devil is? Also huge?
Yeah, it's large at least.
Bone devil.
Yeah, large fiend I see there.
Yeah. Should
Okay,
be
give
the
me
top.
1 second here. Trying to find something that isn't large.
Bone devil.
Bone devil.
Actually, that might be weaker. Hold on.
I will BRB. I'm going to grab something from the oven.
Okay.
Why is everything cool large? Okay, let's see here.
Zippo asking the important questions.
Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. I have an idea, and I'm trying to see if I can find something that will make it work. Okay, that's awful. All right. We're going to... It's not a good one either. Fudge nuggets, man. I really want this to work. All right. Okay. Okay, let me double check this to make sure I'm reading the spell right. Yes. I'm going to run up to Ulrich and I'm going to excuse me.
Oof.
Okay, if I polymorph Ulrich into a werebear, can I choose for him to be in like his hybrid form? Or the bear form of the werebear?
Isn't polymorph just
Well,
beast?
polymorph is for
Oh
beasts.
yeah, it's just beast, that's right. Ah! My brain no worky.
Do you want to think about polymorph and do a different action this turn?
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. I will I really want a lightning bolt, but Ulrich's like right in the way.
I mean, Ulrich would literally be like, "Do what you need to do. It'll work."
Okay, I'll cast lightning bolt. So to go from me, it's 100 feet in a line, so all the way back into the wall.
Back into the lever. Got it.
Need to make a dex save. I rolled a lot of ones, sadly.
Dex is 17.
Yep.
I make it.
Or it makes it so it takes half damage.
None of them make it.
They all take 26 lightning damage, and let me double check my class feature here. Weather. Interesting. When you cast a spell of first level or higher that deals lightning or thunder damage, choose a creature of your choice within 10 feet of you to take 4 lightning or thunder damage by choice. So I'm going to choose the one in the front of Ulrich there to take another 4 lightning damage.
Cool. All right.
And then I'm going to step back 1.
All right.
That's my turn.
Ulrich.
Okay. Ulrich is going to action disengage. Bonus action spiritual weapon where Ulrich was after he takes a step back. And it will attack on its turn, or at the when I cast it. It's going to be cast at the 3rd level. So I don't have any. Yeah. So it's going to attack the guy right up front for a 13 to hit.
Yeah, there we go. Some music.
Hit that guy.
So you disengaged 5 feet.
I disengaged, moved 5 feet, cast the spell.
And that's for the spiritual weapon, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Spiritual weapon goes this turn. Is that true?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct. It goes when it casts. Yeah.
And you're attacking the one in front. Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Oh.
13.
13 to hit. It does not.
Okay. And Ulrich rounds out the turn by moving. Well, I was gonna say we need to go all the way out, but
He's worried about
Yeah.
Zippo, right?
yeah, yeah. Ulrich will post up here and just kind of say like, "Let's see if Exodin does anything."
So disengage is an action, right?
And the spell is a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't get any attack of opportunities because you're within 5 feet of these two, right? For casting the spell.
Well, it doesn't matter. I disengage
Right.
in general.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm. It's been a bit, so with
Yep,
it
no,
disengage.
absolutely.
So yeah. All right.
Yep. But Ulrich is just like, let's see if just closing the door will help if we can get out of here. But I'll try and hold the line first. And that's it.
All right. Jorvik kind of steps into view and sees 3 people blocking his way and prepares an action for if any of them come out, he'll shoot at them and says so. Roger.
And we still don't have any of them out.
Correct.
Shooting past Ulrich is gonna be tricky, but I'll move here and shoot past Ulrich.
So you got Zippo and Ulrich and a spiritual weapon. I don't know if the spiritual weapon would actually block anything, but the other 2 will.
It would not, right?
Zippo tall enough to get in my way.
Yeah, I would say so.
He's 2 foot, give or take.
I mean, that would give them presumably like half or 2/3 cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, however you want to do that. Well, we shoot one. I guess the one in the front.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Does a 27 hit?
Yep, looks like that cover's not going to do them much good.
Roger says, I'm pretty good at this. Although, despite being pretty good at this, he only does 7 damage.
Okay.
Because I'm confident the spiritual weapon does not give me sneak attack.
No.
Yep. And then I'll use my rogue. Actually, I haven't moved my full movement.
Nope.
5th edition lets you split up your movements. So
Correct.
I'll just move back here and use my rogue bonus action to stealth it up again. And wait for them to come back out where I can hit them with my melee weapons.
Since you kind of pinpointed this creature and shot at it, when the arrow hits the creature, it kind of bounces off of its chest. It seems to have done a little bit of damage, but not as much as you expected.
Alright, cool. They've got damage reduction. Well, that's my turn.
Belzian.
Pardon me, I'm munching. I guess I will ready an attack for if they come through the door, because Belzian's not feeling confident enough to huck darts over 3 friendly targets.
Okay.
So ready punches if something hostile comes through the door.
Can enemies occupy the spiritual weapon space?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Boop. You're gonna have partial cover from the corner of this wall.
Mhm.
Was that half?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. This one uses its wings to hover above the other one, so I'm just gonna do it like this. So it's 2 in one spot. And the other 2 kind of stack up the same way. All right. With half cover, what would your AC be?
20.
Yeah. Miss. Miss. Got 1 hit. Take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Got a natural 20.
Cool.
6 more damage. Miss. The bites keep hitting 5 damage. 6 more attacks. Miss. 1 misses you and actually hits the one below it as he's hovering. Dealing... 7 damage to it. That would be 3. Okay. Where are we? Claws. Okay, we've got a bite to do. Miss. 1 more set. Miss. Hit. 4 damage.
Okay.
And miss.
Okay.
Alright. So you had 4 attacking you. All in this area here.
Love it.
Alright. Yeah, they don't seem willing to fly past you. They're just kind of chipping away at you.
Okay.
Zippo.
Okay. So, so I was gonna look to Ulrich. So we're trying to close the door, right?
Yeah, I mean, after we get out of here.
Okay, you close the door. I got this. And Zippo will stand back and then ready the action to cast a lightning bolt once Ulrich gets out of his way. Once Ulrich exits the room, I'll cast lightning bolt. Didn't I? I think ready actions are a thing, right? I'm not just thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm making sure my brain wasn't just completely just.
Now,
twisted.
if he doesn't leave the room, for whatever
If he
reason,
doesn't leave the room and it comes
it's
to my
just
turn,
wasted.
then-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's actually by the end of the round. So, like, if he doesn't do it next turn, then it won't happen. You'll have to do it again.
And then that'll be my turn.
All right. Ulrich.
Alright, Ulrich's gonna stay here. No, I'm just kidding. He disengages and moves through. And I'll go ahead and do a bonus action spiritual weapon attack to the guy down below.
Okay.
28.
That's a hit.
Okay. And that's 8 force damage.
Okay.
And then
And-
Zippo's ready to action.
Yep.
All right. Do some lightning bolts.
I cast that at 5th level and got almost the same damage I got at the other one. I'm upset.
Oof.
Oof. A lot of low numbers there.
All right. Let me roll
Yeah,
some dex saves.
It's these 4.
Fail. DC 17. I got 1 success. Ooh, that was almost the second success, and then it rolled to a 4. And a 9. So yeah, 118 just barely makes it. So
Let's take 29 lightning damage.
okay, that's really interesting. things that I find interesting that others won't know about. But yeah. So 29, you said?
Yep. So it's, I don't know how much total damage is for all of them, but I did 29 and 26, so it'd be...
And then half damage for the one who saved, correct?
Yep, half damage for the one who saved.
Which would be 28 and half, 14.
29 and half.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Round down. My brain's off. Don't listen to me.
You're good.
I'm bad.
None of them go down.
As a free action at the end of my turn, once all this happens, I would like to close the door.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Cool.
So, do you think they're gonna come out?
I think we're gonna find out.
Do you think they'll knock first? What were they, statues or just what?
I mean, yeah, animated statues.
All right, we go to Yarvik. Yarvik's like, what's going on? Did you get him?
Surely all those lightning bolts destroyed them all. What?
Oh.
And then we go to Roger.
Not a whole lot for Roger to do, so I'm just gonna ready an action to attack any of those gargoyle statue dudes that come through the door.
Sure.
That's it for me.
All right.
Is it possible to trade spots with Zippo during my turn? Like to
Unfortunately, Zippo's at the door.
pick him up and move him, unless he resists.
You could do a grapple and like wrestle him away.
in a gentle way. Yeah, can I, Zippo? Well, get out of the way there. Can I move you?
Sure.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. Make an opposed grapple check, Zippo. It
I
still has to be a
can
roll
willingly-
off.
I was gonna say I can willingly.
I
tell,
think
right?
there's still a roll off, right? Yeah. I mean, for the sake of this, you can willingly fail. You just go limp, and he grapples you. All right, Belzian, what are you doing with him?
You want to go left or right? I can plunk you down right here.
I do have a meat shield to my left.
All right, so you grapple him and take him left.
Yep. Wonk.
All right,
And
that's
my
your
turn.
action. You can still move.
I still can. I'm gonna stay by the door here, though. That is my turn.
Okay. Zippo, your
Now
turn.
we wait. We wait with bated
We
breath.
don't hear anything on the other side of the door. Okay, does anybody want to open the door and check and see if they're still looking at us? What are we thinking?
I'll open the door in just a second.
All right, Zippo, you end your turn.
Yeah, Zippo's gonna heroically take the dodge action.
Okay. Ulrich.
Opens the door,
Okay.
steps over, opens the door, and then steps back over.
Okay. When you open the door, you did not see anything in the passage.
All right, hey,
No,
Nice.
we beat them.
yeah.
Victory.
Do we have
Way to go, everybody.
any? Do we have any invisibility potions or anything like that?
It says clearly that they see through any guise.
Well, is that
Well,
a
what if-
guise though?
What if we're see-through guys?
Like I was pondering that, is being invisible a guise or is it a a condition?
Maybe if we dress more like them, they'll think that we're one of them.
Yeah.
I'm a little light on disguise kits at the moment, though.
See, but that's the kind of disguise I do think they would see through.
Zippo, what were they doing the first time you went through there? Are they just watching at all times? Or are they
Yeah, they were just kind
sleeping?
of standing there.
Ah,
So, I have a plan, fellas.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's one of two things. One of two things. And by all means, feel free to cancel the plan. So, Zippo was going to walk over to the first door and open it, and he'd be like, "Come with me, guys. Come with me."
Are we still in combat? I guess.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh.
that's. Are
For
we
the-
still in combat?
For the moment, nothing seems to be attacking you, and you don't seem to be attacking anything. So feel free to keep combat out right now.
Okay, so here's my plan. Here's my plan, and this is going to cost a lot of spells, by the way, for your guys' information. So, I polymorph either myself or one of you guys into a flying snake. You fly through this room with the pit and open that gate. Or we do the same thing at the fifth door, you being a flying snake, and fly straight to the back. Or I run all the way to the back, pop the lever down, and then throw up the flying snake form on myself and fly past them all.
I mean, I think that sounds pretty solid.
They won't even know
Dangerous.
it's you. See, they'll be looking for adventurers, not flying snakes.
Exactly.
Zippo, you see that the ceiling is still lowering down, blocking the passage.
Gotcha. The ceiling's still falling to the ground. It's not like going back up.
It's not going back up yet. If
Okay.
it will ever go up, it continues to be sinking, like sinking in a place that's out of view, like it's fully obscuring.
You know what? Actually, question about that. When, like, if Ulrich lays flat, can he still see, like, under it and across the way?
No.
No. Okay. Like, the lever's definitely blocked, obscured, and or
Correct.
just gone. Okay.
So like say that this is the pit.
Yeah.
If you can see me, I'm not sure if you can see me.
Mm-hmm.
Say this is the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
The ceiling's going down into the pit.
Yeah.
So like if this is the floor here,
Mm-hmm.
it's you can't see past the ceiling because it's in the way.
Did Ulrich happen to see if the lever also fell with the floor?
He did not. He was too busy getting out of the way.
Yeah, no, that tracks. I mean, how long can you be a flying snake?
1 hour. Or until I get knocked out of it by an attack. I could also be an owl, for information. And mentioning all these tiny beasts, does Zippa feel like any of these creatures could put a lever down? Or do they feel like they're pretty solid and be hard to do that with that form?
Every lever you've tried so far has been really hard to pull. except for the ones behind the heads of the on the backs of the statues.
Gotcha. Okay.
Elzian mentions he had to put some elbow grease into the one lever in room 2.
So, just I'm sorry, I don't know why I went to his voice. Could you said we could see on the ceiling that's being lowered a pillar that is pushing it down, correct?
It's the ceiling is in a 5 by 5 cube that came down to fill that hole. So consider that a column that's lowering, if that makes sense. It's
So,
not.
I guess what
it's
I'm
not
trying to
a
say
column
is-
isn't pushing it down. It is itself a column.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like essentially what we see is a 5 by 10, presumably,
Yep.
wall in front of us. We just see a
Correct.
wall.
That's slowly moving downward, but
Yep.
being replaced by more wall.
Yep. Gotcha. All right. I don't know. I don't have any better plan than you turn into a tiny beast, fly across, and we hope for the best.
You
Yeah, I
mentioned
mean,
owl. Owl's pretty cool. I understand they are very stealthily and quiet at flying, but they're also like killing machines. They probably have a bit of downward force on them. Probably stronger than a snake.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking something that could fly in real fast and fly out type deal. Assuming, very much assuming, that I don't just die when I go in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Don't recommend it.
and which passage are you afraid that you're going to die in? Are you talking about this first passage?
Any passage. At this
Oh, I
point.
see. Got it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what? The only way to do is to live. So Zip was going to go to the 5th passage
Okay.
and open the door.
Okay.
Okay. And let me read something before I end up making an awful mistake. See, the only problem is reading polymorph. I wouldn't be able to pull the lever technically because, the creature is limited to actions it can perform by the nature of its new form. It can't speak, cast spells, or take any other actions that require hands or speech. I could by law technically land on the lever to try to push it down, but
you could grab onto it upside down and try to fly downwards.
true.
Yeah, I mean, owls can grab, right? That's what they do to hunt
Okay.
and things like that. So, like, you could, and they can perch. So, you could presumably, in some capacity, pull at the lever.
Okay. We just
I
don't know
think-
if it would be enough for the lever to go down if it's a hard pulling lever.
Yeah, I think the wording of polymorph is mostly there to prevent you from doing things that require like fine motor control, and I'm not sure I would count pulling a lever as fine motor control.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Zippo's going to polymorph himself into an owl.
Ooh, before you do that, I was going to interject. Does Yarvik know anything that can make us more stealthy or quiet? Like pass without trace or anything like that?
Let's see what Yarvik's got going on. He's got dark vision, ensnaring strike, Zephyr strike, which allows him to move like the wind. His walking speed increases by 30 feet until end of turn. But yeah, nothing to that level.
Okay, thank you.
Well, hold up now. Zephyr Strike is an action or a bonus action?
Zephyr Strike is a bonus action.
And is that cast on self only, or is it cast on others too?
You can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn, and the attack deals 1d8. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet.
And doesn't it also do a fun, like, things can't hurt you? Can't hit you?
Nope.
Huh. Okay. I don't know what I'm
Step-
thinking of.
Step of the wind or whatever.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of Step of the Wind.
I'm definitely thinking of I mean, yes, I know that does that, but there's also a spell. No matter. But that is, I mean, that's a point right there. I don't want to volunteer you for anything, but you are awfully speedy, Belzian, and you could run in there, do the thing, and get back, possibly without taking any damage, right?
Possibly.
Does Step of the Winds negate opportunity? Or is it just dash?
They can take the dash or disengage action with the Step of the
Oh,
Wind.
it's an either or, okay.
Yeah, as a bonus action. So he could dash as an action and then take disengage as a bonus action with the Step of the Wind. Then the only problem would be, like, he has to move through all his enemy spaces.
Well, if he's disengaged, that's interesting, actually. If his movement speed, sorry, and again, apologies, but this is now just kind of an interesting math question to me.
Sure.
So if your movement speed is what, 45?
Yeah. So if we get 2 dash actions and
I mean, one
one
action,
of these action has to be the lever pulling as well.
Well, that's actually one of the things I'm curious about, is if that's an action or if it's a free action. If it's an action, then this doesn't work. But if it was, say, a free action, then you could literally take disengage at the start as your action, then Step of the Wind dash to come back.
Would it disengage every single thing you go near, or just
That's
one
what
target?
disengage is. It's not one target. It is you can't take attacks of opportunity. What disengage does.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Well, that's also an option.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna do L, just because it has that feature.
No.
Oh, that's
Zephyr
2
Strike-
GM. Sorry.
Zephyr Strike says your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Yeah, so the owl has flyby. The owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Right, but Zephyr Strike also does that, and it's a bonus action. That's what, because it's one of the spells that I have on another character. And I ended up.
You move like the wind until the spell ends. Your movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. Yes.
Yeah.
And you get an additional 30 feet.
What's his movement speed?
25.
It would be 75. Oh, is it just for your...
He's got 25, so it would be plus
Sorry.
30, so 55.
Gotcha, yeah.
I'm more keen to use the resources we have in terms of players that are active. If that's fair. Like, if we had no other options than Yarvik, by all means. But
I mean, I would rather use a first level spell than a fourth level spell.
That's fair.
Because Zephyr Strike is of medium utility outside of this situation. Like, it's great for catching up to a combat that's gotten away from you. But Polymorph is extremely strong.
Yes.
And we might want that again later. Whereas Zephyr Strike is still going to be just plus 30 movement and no AOs later. Whereas polymorph could be flight.
Alright, dropped there.
You could also use the polymorph slot for the psychic lance spell.
Yeah, in case we get into a serious combat later. Not that the gargoyles is not a serious combat, but you know, one that we can't run away from as easily.
Right.
Right. So I mean, we could try the Belzian one, and we just hope that pulling the lever isn't action in combat, because we're gonna assume he's gonna start combat once because he has to step up to here to get to 45 first, and
Yeah.
then dash back, and he'll get back to there. So
Yeah.
we'll at least get one round where the creatures will get to attack.
Also try sneaking, but I don't think that's gonna work.
There's a lot of options here.
Indeed.
My worry.
The owl
Owl-
has 60 fly speed.
Right.
So if me landing on the lever and dropping it down doesn't count as an action, I can dash as the owl and get right back out.
Sounds hopeful.
But again, this is all based on the assumptions of us, which could be really wrong.
All right, so we've discussed a lot of action. I need a decision.
Who you want to send, gang?
Fisty Monk, Wingy Bird, or Shorty McZefferson?
I mean, we can always send Fisty Monk, which uses none of our spell resources.
That's kind of what I was kind of getting at with using resources we have.
Okay, yeah, we can use Fisty Monk, and then all of us just stand here ready in case he gets fistied.
Okay. What am I looking for? Should I just read
Saren be with you here.
If we want to, when we use Fisty Monk, if we feel like it would be useful, I also have the case spell.
That's also 4th level, correct?
No, it's 30.
3. Yeah, that's right.
It's 3rd, and the movement speed gets doubled, has +2 to AC, and has advantage on Dex saving throws, and gets an extra action. So if the lever is an action, he can run up there, action do it, and then he can run back with the dash action on it, and then disengage as a bonus action, or vice versa.
Clear as mud, eh? I mean, it makes sense as described.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's key time.
Run, my monk, run.
So, any things that you... So, he is keying up. Are you casting
Yes.
anything on
Oh, wait,
him?
am I...
What do you think, fellas? Should I haste him?
Won't that just make me tired later?
Fair enough, yeah. I believe in you. You got this.
Okay, so you're keying up. You're using Step of the Wind to take a
I think
disengage.
Sorry, I think I was using Step of the Wind on the way back, wasn't it?
Okay. All right.
No, it was Step
No,
of the
yeah.
Wind to disengage right now. That way, if
oh,
they
yeah,
do
yeah.
attack immediately, you can still just keep running.
No, but
Okay.
no, I think
I think-
because with the action economy, the only question was whether or not it would be an action to pull the lever. Because if it's not, he can get in and out in a single turn.
So we need DM ruling on that.
I guess you're gonna have to find out when you get there.
But I mean, you could still, like, I will say, you could still safely, by just burning a single key point at the back end, you could use an action to disengage so you take no attacks on the way up, get there, see if it's a free action or if it would be an action,
and then bonus action disengage back, and free action close the door, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
getting
that-
really
that works.
sleepy.
I believe you
So-
only have to disengage once during the turn.
Correct. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
disengage at the top with an action.
And then you use your movement to go across.
Yeah, bonus action key point to get back.
Belzian, you had mentioned stealthing or not stealthing. What's your thought process there? Are you just going to be running across?
I really
I'm
don't
just
think
getting
one can.
all the
can
things in my
sprint
head.
stealth. Yeah, I don't think you can run very stealthily. Like if you're
Correct.
going as fast as possible.
Yep.
So.
Godspeed, Bilzian. Godspeed.
God's speeds indeed. May the 12 be with me.
So I'm gonna say this just for sake of in case things happen or go wrong. I'm gonna bring up the turn order again in case things activate. You are before the we'll just say it gargoyles. So if they do activate, that'll be the turn order. Fair?
That makes sensical.
Okay. So do your thing.
Oh, before I run though, perhaps I should quaff a healing potion. I think we picked up a bunch of those before we got into
Oh,
the
I
subtle
can
mess.
I can certainly give you heals. How bad are you?
I'm at like 33% missing, so 64 out of 90. Whatever that means.
I think you're at full health, Belzian. I think that 64 is from a couple combats ago. We long rested.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna,
we hit a long rest? Okay, I missed
Yeah.
that part. My apologies.
So
I'm
I
just
I
down
long
more.
rested you for that. So you're at 90.
Okay, I just gotta take away that key point from that last combat.
Correct.
Because then we'll be using the key point again right now, aren't we? That's the plan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Belzian is stepping of the wind.
I'm gonna say your axe has disappeared at this point. Also,
Yep, that makes sense.
take it off screen for now in case you ever reactivate it.
Yeah, so I should be able to get there. Wombat, my friend, my computer is terrible. Are you able to help me move my joke?
Yoink.
Woo!
Okay. You run down the passage with the disengage action acted upon. Each of the you see that there's actually 4 pairs. There's another pair in this section here, all of which come to life as you run past. You go to pull the lever and take an action to do so.
Cha!
Lever pulls down easily. And
I
that's
think
going to end your turn.
Yeah. Great success.
We got some hover bees. The gargoyles come flooding down the passage after you. The first 2 in the passage attack. Gonna start some battle music again.
Why do I hear boss music in my head?
Okay. You get 2 attacks against you. 1. What's your AC?
18.
I got a critical again.
Ouch. Oof, ouch.
I don't know why the chat isn't updating for me. Gonna refresh. Sorry for that. Okay. Let me see what the rules are here. Take 8 10 points of damage for one of those attacks. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Don't know why it didn't. Okay. Bite. There it goes. All right. You said what was your C again? I apologize.
18.
Okay. Bite misses. Second one crits again. For let's see. That's gonna be 9 points of damage.
I don't like this plan as much anymore.
And another 6 points of damage from a bite. Alright. Zippo.
Yeah. So on the
Basically,
ones come
basically, as a heads up, what we did was we're sticking with the same initiative, but we basically have it where Belzian's acting first because he's the one that activated combat. So everybody's kind of mixed in that way.
okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna do some simple maths. Okay. Okay. Do any of these still look hurt from the last combat?
You can't tell. Those are also the back ones.
Yeah, but I think these two came out, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, so they should have hit by lightning. I don't know if they were still hurt or not.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Let's see here. I really want a lightning bolt, but I don't want to hit Belzian.
How far does lightning bolt go all the way?
It's 100 foot, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd go all the way. Because Zippo only has...
It could go all the way.
Yeah, Zippo could move back to 45 feet, but that would still be... Hang on, let me do some... Yeah, that would still, I think, be... Yeah. So... Zippo is going to instead... Yeah, Zippo is going to shoot a chromatic orb at this one right here.
Okay. So that's just going to hit one?
Yeah.
Okay, the flying one or the one on the ground?
We'll do the flying one, I guess.
Okay.
It's going to be... Let's do acid damage.
Okay.
It's a 24 hit.
It does.
10 acid damage.
10?
Yep.
It crumbles. Oop, wrong one. Seems like it was still injured.
That's Zippo's turn. Sorry, I was texting.
You're good. Ulrich.
Yep. Ulrich is going to just trying to think of a good 60 feet. Okay. Steps in. Does a bonus action Shield of Faith
Okay.
on on Belzian.
Okay.
Just cast that at the first level.
+2 to AC.
Yep. And uses, that's a bonus action, so as an action he will covers 30 feet. That's actually not that helpful here. I think he will just he'll step back out and bonus action, or just be prepared to attack. Ready in action to attack anything that steps out. That's it.
To clarify your question, Ulrich, pulling the lever will be his action next turn. He found that pulling the lever was an action. He wasn't able to just do it as part of his move, so he wasn't able to get back.
I think I just lost. I've just got confused because I lost connection.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have him run in with his full speed.
That's what he did.
Right, but
Yeah.
which was completely, and he has a normal walking speed that would have gotten him there, and then bonus action run back if he realized, oh no, this is too. But I guess that didn't happen. It's all good.
Yeah, I guess
confused.
so. If he used a bonus action, he could have used the bonus action to pull the lever, but yeah, that's
No. I was
Yeah.
like, originally we had talked about action disengage.
Mhm. Yeah, so he disengaged so that when he moved into range of them, they wouldn't attack him and stop his movement. Or get attacks of opportunity as he passed by, I think. I think he dropped again, actually. Maybe.
Ulrich, are you there?
Sounds like it.
Anyway, so Ulrich did,
In a moment.
he ended his turn, correct? I
Yeah,
believe.
he stepped out and readied the action to attack if they
Okay.
walked out.
Perfect. Welcome back. We're gonna go. I mean, Jorvik's kind of not able to do much. He steps in and shoots at one of the gargoyles. I'll make an attack. I'm digging this music, by the way. This is nice. He hits. Does 7 damage to the one on the ground in front of Belzian. He is going to be using. He is using the green arrow, and which does an additional 6, I believe. D8. Someday I'll program this in a little bit better. Perfect. All right, that one goes down as well. Okay. He steps back out. And it goes to Roger.
I mean, there's just not a ton I can do here. Shooting them is as likely to result in me shooting Belzian as anything else. I'm just going to ready in action to shoot at them if they look like they're coming out here to attack Ulrich.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's basically got to be my turn, I think.
Belzian.
Ooh. Can I use my unarmored movement improvement to deke out along the walls? Like, is there enough room to get past these things?
So there's one occupying both spaces, both the ground and the ceiling space. And it's a 10-foot vertical space. So you're going to be moving through them in either case.
And you also have to use your action to pull the lever.
True.
I'll allow a bonus action for the lever. It just needs to be an action.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta pull the lever, but then use another step of the wind to get out of here, right? I believe was the plan, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, but you won't be able to get past them.
Yeah,
You
because
can't
they're
move through their
blocking.
spaces.
Yeah.
Like the original plan that I thought we were going to do was disengage at the top, bonus action, just dash back, like either free action, pull lever or not. But since that didn't
well, that was
happen,
the first plan.
right?
Hey,
There was a lot of
plan-
plans.
The
yeah.
plan always falls through. You know that.
So
This is why
I
we got
think
a plan
at this
D.
point, we need to figure out a way to kill those quickly. Like Ulrich, since they're blocking you top bottom, Ulrich's gonna rush in there to try and help you.
Belzian's gonna start giving him the hands. The one that's closest. Come on, Beyond. Do 14s hit?
They don't.
Whoop. Okay, and time to take a patient defense here. Let me just.
Yeah, I guess the only other thing you could do is like grapple one to try and get past it.
Nah, there's a couple too many. It looks like.
Yeah. All right.
So I did the dodge action with the key thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
dodge plus the AC stack on each other, so that's going to be a +4 to your normal AC, which is a plus.
No, dodge just gives them
No.
disadvantage.
Oh, less. Okay,
Yeah, so he's got a
Yeah,
+2,
it's,
and
I'm trying
they
to-
have disadvantage to attack.
disadvantage. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
More
Yeah,
rolls for
Love you.
Wombat.
And I definitely hit the lever, right?
Yes, lever is down.
Okay.
You still haven't done a move, but you did do an action for patient defense. Oh wait, no, you attacked. Okay, yep. Okay, that was yep. Okay, I get it. I'm all in now. All right, they're gonna attack you. I get disadvantage, but that's gonna you know what? If I fail, I guess I should roll 2 just to waste any things. So, for example, I just got another crit, which got wasted because it was, yeah. So, second attack. Miss. 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 Wow, you're missing out on all these criticals. All right.
Whoa.
All right, everything misses as they like claw at you, but none of it seems to be actually doing any damage. It's kind of like that shield that Ulrich put on you is doing its job.
Thanks, Ulrich.
Kind of like you flash every time they hit you, and their hand claws bounce off of there. Yeah.
Belzian has iframes.
Yeah.
Is this the power star?
Zippo.
I'm going to chromatic orbit that one.
Okay. Back to the
Acid
top
damage
flying
again.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I crit fail.
Miss.
That's fun. That's my turn.
Ulrich.
Okay, Ulrich needs to help kind of get things off Elzian's back. So, my gosh.
Somebody just closed the door.
Yeah,
Guys?
Yeah, that was an accidental close till I
yeah,
got it.
that was an accident.
Gotta help.
Just got-
Gotta help Belzy. Just let him die.
It's just like,
Well, he's lost.
Well,
this one's for the dead too.
We've
He's gonna-
tried we've tried everything and we're all out of ideas.
He is going to, and let me just double check this. Is this concentration? Yeah, of course it is. He is going to an action dash to get here, and I know he's going to take a number of attacks of opportunity along the way.
Mm-hmm. 4 of them. What's your AC?
20 currently. No, hold up.
You
Why
don't-
was it 20?
You
Right,
don't have a
18,
shield on
18.
anymore, right? Yeah.
No, I still have the shield on.
Okay,
There's
alright.
no way in hell.
Well, 1 got through. Does 8 damage to you. It's from the guy on the right.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon,
Where?
and I guess above my head.
Okay. Fair enough.
There,
If I can do
doing
it, you can
I'm
do
gonna
it.
Yeah. And then
You moved the spot, so I'm gonna move the spot. What? Sorry. Taskmaster.
right. Oh yeah. That is weird. Why is that not marked as a cast? All right, I'm gonna burn the second. Does this upcast? Yeah. Burn my second level or my second third level for that for a 19 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, and that is 10 force damage. Going for the guy at the bottom
Okay,
for what it's worth.
thank you. That helps me keep track.
Yep.
All right. That it?
That is it.
Yarvik's turn. Yarvik peeks in. Shoots at the one that's flying because he can't shoot at the one that you're under.
Could I? You know what? Never mind. I missed my turn. I should have tactfully stepped aside, but I didn't.
All right. He's gonna keep with what he's been doing. All right. 29 damage. All right. And he steps back. Roger, you do have the flying one above if you want to shoot at that one.
Sure. Let's shoot at the flying one. Not that I'm expecting my arrows to do a whole lot, but we do have an ally in melee with it.
You do.
So, does a 21 hit?
21 hits.
All right. Big pile of d6s.
yeah.
26 damage in total.
And that's piercing, correct?
Yep.
Cool. And you're doing the flying one.
Yep. And my bonus action, I will dodge.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Belzian.
Here comes the hands.
Lay on hands and Belzian. You got this.
A 25 and a 26.
Both hit.
Ooh,
Which one are you attacking? Fronty or flyy? Ground or air?
The ground one. The
Okay.
ground one.
The air one's more damaged. It has been hit more, I should say.
Can I reach the air one?
Yeah, 5 feet.
Then they'll have nothing to shoot at if I take out that one.
That's fair.
So I'll hit the bottom one.
Okay, and this is
If
bludgeoning.
you take out the top one, can't you run along the walls and escape?
That's also
Sure.
fair.
Would I be able to get past him if he wasn't there?
Question for you. Are your hands considered magical weapons?
I believe so. After level 6, I think the monks get magic hands. Magic man with the magic hands. Try to understand. Where the heck
Yeah,
is
your
it?
unarmed
We could
strikes
just, like-
count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances and immunity.
Cool.
Yes.
All right, so attacking bottom or top?
Bottom.
Bottom, all right. Cool. Anything else?
And I'll hit a patient defense again.
Okay. Their turn. The two that are in front of you are going to continue attacking you. They don't even turn to attack Ulrich. It seems like they are very driven in this way. The other ones kind of followed the same suit, right? Like, even though there was more targets, they all just swarmed Ulrich last time. We have disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
And what's your AC?
I still have the Shield of the Faith going here?
Yeah.
You know what? I did
Or-
get hit once. It was
Maybe
for
20.
8 points.
Roll
I did-
concentration,
Yeah, I did forget to
just
do
to
that.
see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
you're good. All right. So you do.
Okay.
So what's your AC?
It'd be 20.
Okay. Excellent. You dodge another crit. I'm rolling really well tonight.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Second one misses. Third one misses. Dodged another crit. Jesus.
What is going on?
I mean, when you roll 2 attacks or 3 attacks per person, and then I have to re-roll for disadvantage, then you get a lot of rolls. You know, more chances to get a crit.
I remember doing a similar combat with a party, God, almost 10 years ago now. And it was just a pile of gargoyles all doing full attacks against the party fighter who had like 40, an armor class of 40 or something like that. They could only hit him on a 20. But I was rolling like 10 or 12 D20s every round while he was trying to get out of that room. So they did end up scratching him a couple of times.
Deja vu, hey?
Ulrich, you're similarly being attacked. What's your AC now? 20?
18.
18, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't have disadvantage against you, so I can roll less. Got 1 hit for 8 damage.
Okay. And here's the
And I
Con
meet or
save.
beat for another 7. So it would be 15 total.
Okay. I maintain my concentration both times.
Okay. All right. Zippo.
Okay. Zippo's going to yell down the hallway. Sorry, guys, but this is just the best use of spells. And lightning bolt.
Do what you gotta. Ah!
Need to make a DC 17 dex save for the 4 that I can see.
So 2 of them are hovering, so they're not going to be hit. You're only going to hit 2. You could hit the 2 that are flying and not hit your friends.
Yeah,
Or
we'll
you
take
could
it.
hit the ground ones.
Oh yeah, it says it's only 5 feet wide. Sad.
Yeah.
I'll hit the air ones then if I can dodge hitting my allies.
Sure. All right, so 17.
Thank you.
Both fail and take 20.
31 lightning damage.
Okay. They both go down. They just kind of crumble into dust and disappear. Both, all of the gargoyles have so far.
And that is my turn.
All right, Ulrich.
Okay, Ulrich is first going to bonus action with the spiritual weapon to hit the guy behind me, and I am realizing spiritual weapon did something really fun earlier where it didn't roll the additional d8s.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, hold on. When you cast using a spell through. Oh wow, that's interesting that I've never noticed that about spiritual weapon. But when you cast a spell using a slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 slot levels above the second. I can't think of any other spell that does that kind of scaling.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
And you did it as 3 instead of 4?
Yeah, well, I can only cast up to 3rd, but
Right. So it didn't increase the damage, it just increased the hit, is what I'm hearing?
No. Previously it didn't roll a second die.
Yeah,
At all,
okay.
I don't think.
No.
Oh no, it must have though, because I did 10.
It was 1d8 plus 5, so it was 5. You rolled 5 plus 5.
Okay.
But what I could say is, if it's a 2nd level spell and you cast it at 3rd level, then you wouldn't get the extra die, and you could just do it at the original level if you wanted.
Oh, I see.
Like, basically, if you cast the spell thinking it was the correct way to cast it, and you got the effect of a lower thing, I'm gonna count it as the lower.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll just expend the 2nd level slot and reclaim that 3rd.
Yep,
And we'll leave
exactly.
it at
Yep.
that. So the bonus action to
Attack.
was a to attack
16
was
hits.
16.
Yep.
Okay, and then an additional 10 force damage.
To the
That's
one behind
the one
you.
behind me, yeah.
Okay.
Which, well, sorry, to be clear, Belzian's. The one near Belzian.
Oh, okay. Let me add that 10 back. I thought you meant the one that came up behind you.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm concerned with killing the one that's nearest Belzian first.
Cool. It's
Belzian.
still up.
You see him, he waves at you from behind the
And
gargoyle.
with that
No.
thing still being up, what's this do? Ulrich is going to
going to use. I don't know how this is going to work, but yeah, he's going to try and get them to be frightened. He's going to use his action to channel divinity,
Mhm.
and where the hell did that go? It is a. Okay, cool. Every creature, as an action, creatures chosen within 30 feet to make a Wisdom DC 17 saving throw or become frightened for a minute. They can repeat the save at the end of their turns. I guess I can only see these two. Is that correct?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. So these two are the ones that I'm going to frighten.
Okay. They need to make a wisdom.
Yeah, it's a DC 17.
They both fail.
Okay, so all creatures within 10 feet have their speed reduced to 0 and take 4 psychic damage at the start of their turn
Okay.
while in the aura. So they're just going to take
They are huddling down.
psychic damage. Yeah. I'm going to sidestep to the right or left or whatever direction.
Your left, yeah.
Yeah, my left. Just in case the other one drops and Belgian can move forward. Also, in case any lightning bolts come that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm dangerously low. So
yes, he's at 16.
Yeah.
Yarvik takes a shot. Hits. Why isn't it rolling? Hello. Okay. All right. It's the 10 damage I thought Shay did earlier. And it rolled. Oh, I don't know why I rolled twice. Okay, it's a little bit more than that. It goes down. All right, Roger.
Alrighty. We still have one I can shoot at.
Yep.
I shoot it.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
It does.
All right. And we got a friend in melee, so that's a friend in sneak attack range. 19 total damage.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to dodge again.
Cool.
That's
Belzian.
it for me.
It's slap time. It's supposed to sound like nap time, but never mind.
That's a hit.
One's a hit, one's probably not a hit.
That's not a hit. So
Negatory.
7 damage.
7 damage.
It's still up.
Not
Looking
doing
dusty
it.
though.
Oh, let's do some flurry strikes here. So 2 more.
Hit. And a hit. So 6 and 9.
Yeah, that was my bonus action. So that's my turn.
You flurry it to dust. So you used an action and a bonus action. You still have a move, correct?
Yeah, if there's nobody in front of me, I think I'm gonna tuck in this little alcove here to have a little breather. See how Ulrich's doing.
Okay.
I think that moved it. I can't tell.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Nothing happens. It's up to Zippo.
Okay. Zippo knows that there should be one here and here because he's seen them when he walked out, and he knows for sure that they didn't walk out. Excuse me. Range, you must make a con save. Nah. I like doing that one. What other spells could I use that aren't in high level slots? I'm going to. I'm just gonna holler down the hall. When do you guys come get these out of these holes so I can hit them, please? And then it's gonna ready a firebolt for if one of them steps out,
Okay.
or he can shoot it.
Ulrich.
Okay. Ulrich is going to. I think use an action to lay on hands for himself.
Okay.
Going to do 19 points of healing,
Cool.
and then he will move 30-ish feet. I don't remember. He'll move until it doesn't make any sense to move anymore. So
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right in
yeah,
between
I think
them.
he can. Yeah, he can see them here though. So I think he would probably stop here.
Yeah, you can just barely make them out.
Yeah. And as a bonus action, he can move the weapon. I think it's 20 feet, so directly behind him.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. There's nothing else to shoot. Yarvik readies in action to shoot if they come out. Roger.
I will be doing the same.
Belzian.
Well, let's take a look what's going on over here. Please help me move my token. It's just,
So where are you going?
I'm on the wrong thing. Is it
So you're moving
enough room to move diagonally from here, or is it?
Yeah.
too space?
No, you're gonna have to go around, I think.
10.
20, 30.
Yeah.
So you have
I think I
45,
should
right?
be able to go hang out by the spiritual. Yeah, I could probably
1,
be able
2,
to go hang
3,
out by the
4,
spiritual
5,
weapon.
6, 7, 8, 9. You could get past the 2 and not get attacks of opportunity because you're still within their range.
Okay, and there should be enough room for stuff to go by if they stand in front of me, right? Or do I occupy too much space? Is what I'm asking.
They won't be able to get past you without attacks of opportunity. They can hover above you, but that's about it.
Okay, that is good. Belzin will hang out there.
All right. Both the creatures attack. One attacks Ulrich. One attacks Belzian. Actually, you know what? Characteristic to their behavior, they both attack Ulrich because they saw Ulrich first. Ulrich has partial cover or half cover. So that adds to your AC, or is it disadvantage?
Putting it up at 20.
20, yeah. They all miss.
Okay.
Awesome.
Zippo.
They let them come out of their little hidey holes.
They didn't. They stayed the whole time. They haven't moved from those spots.
That's saddening. Excuse me. That's saddening. Yeah, I suppose just gonna ready a firebolt again for if they come out.
Okay. Ulrich.
Ulrich is going to double check some movement. Yes. Ulrich needs exactly 25 movement to action disengage and get right there.
Okay. Done.
And he does that. As a bonus action, he does move the spiritual weapon up to between the gargoyles, and we'll just do some slapping.
Okay.
'Cause it's there.
Roger, you doing anything?
Nothing to shoot here, so I'm gonna get out of the way of the door.
Okay. Belzian.
I will also disengage and then do like a tuck and roll out the door.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
Close the door.
Yeah.
Well, you disengaged and you're moving, right? So that would be. I suppose you could. It's a simple door. You could close the door with a bonus action.
Or a free action.
Yeah.
Like
Or somebody
it's-
on their next turn could just walk over to one of the other doors and open it.
But the gargoyles have the next turn.
Yeah.
What if they follow us out? How awkward.
I would say a
would that
bonus action. It wouldn't be a free action because you have to pull it shut.
I will do so.
Okay. Perfect.
Fantastic. Well, that was fun.
What if those gargoyles reset the lever?
Don't give them ideas.
So we got 2 out of the 5 doors completed.
Oh, Rick, you doing okay?
Yeah, no, I'm doing great. Here, let me hear you up here.
Oh, I think I'll probably be okay.
I mean, you must have suffered what?
At 25, I
Yeah.
dodged most of those things.
Yeah, that's some damage. Here's a little something. There's 12.
Oh, you're way too kind. Thank you.
That's my literal job.
All right.
Question for door 3.
Mm-hmm.
When Roger walked in, did he feel any wind or anything hitting him, or was it just like he walked in and got damaged?
He walked in and got damaged.
Okay, there goes my idea. All right.
Yeah, it was like walking through a field of razors soaked in alcohol.
Yeah. An
Gotcha,
accurate
okay.
description. All right. So it is nearing 11 o'clock. I don't want us to go over as close as we are to finishing this area. I think we're going to have to leave it for next time. Do we have any questions before we depart for today? I think you've done some pretty good work here. I got 2 of the levers down.
And some solid ideas about the third one.
Yes.
Even if we haven't quite figured it out yet.
I think we're doing pretty good.
I still would like my idea of destroying all the statues in room 4. can't be a mechanism to trigger if they're all destroyed.
That's true. There can't be a mechanism to trigger if they're all destroyed.
But we do want it to trigger. We're trying to solve the puzzles.
Ah, yeah, that's right. No,
Now, if we have the ability to dig through that stone column in the first door on the left, that will be something. But I don't think we have anything
Anyone
like
pack
that.
a shovel?
I mean,
Yeah,
I've got-
you've gone down that pit before and realized that nobody had any digging devices. So
I've got hammer and pythons. Like, you
Well-
guys are reasonably strong.
I suppose we'll find out next time. Tune in 2 weeks. That'll be February 7th. Everybody's good with that, right?
Should be.
Yes.
Cool. We'll see you then with hopefully the whole party, and we'll be able to finish this dungeon and move into bigger and better things. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back again. Bye.
Be well.